talk about the forkball pitch, what it is, why it's important, and a little bit about Kodai Senga's ghost forkball. In my first ever pitch video I made on here, I talked about the knuckleball pitch. People say that the knuckleball and a forkball are very similar to each other. Both of them are really rare in pitching arsenals. They're very taxing, they're very hard to do. Both result in amazing strikeouts and performances. The forkball has more downward movement and a sharper break on its approach to the plate. It has a different throwing motion and more velocity than a knuckleball. It also has more of a floating motion when it slips off the hand rather than a rotating motion, where both of them result in a very similar outcome. A knuckleball is also a little bit more uncontrollable upon release and unpredictable, where the forkball has more controlled rate after it's thrown. Both of them have a really deceptive outlook because of its drop at the plate and a very high whiff rate. Remember, whiff is just the pitcher is able to get a hitter to swing and miss after pitching. So how to do it, I showed you a little bit in the beginning. Have your index finger and your middle finger, and it's kind of split between the seams like this. Your thumb is going to kind of locate the bottom along with your other fingers, not touching the seams at all, just kind of stretching out this middle part with the ball jammed in between. Again, I'm not a pitching expert, I'm not a pitching coach, so if you want to learn how to do this, I do recommend watching other professional videos. Is a variation of what it would look like. Just slip out the fingers upon release. Why don't you see this pitch very often? We will say it's a pitch that's kind of on a fast trajectory to injury and elbow strain because of the finger movement on the ball and other mechanics. This pitch is also very similar to a split finger fastball, and that's also starting to kind of drop in popularity because of its injury rate. Some people were able to master it without worrying too much about injury, so it's really to each its own. We talked about Kodai Senga with the Mets last week, and now he uses a ghost forkball. It's one of his best pitches. The ghost part of it is called that because it looks like it's disappearing once it approaches the plate after it's just significant drop. Also throws it a little bit different. You don't touch the seams when we're doing it. It actually kind of grips a little closer to the seams and has a wider grip than usual, and that works for him. Bro, I think this is a pretty exciting pitch to watch, especially when he does it. I kind of want to see it a lot more in pitchers' arsenal, but I do know that it is a little bit of an alarm for injury, so I understand why it's not. Let me know if there's any more pitches you guys want to see and talk about, and stay tuned for the next pitch.